Hey there, Capricorn. It's Jen here. I'm sorry that your reading is late. I know I did it 100%, but somehow when I was uploading it, I don't know. I must have deleted it before I actually uploaded it. I do have my channeling written down, and I'm just pulling out some cards here. So this is a reading, a mid-April reading for the sign of Capricorn. So the first thing I got in my channeling is that some of you will be feeling better if you haven't been feeling great. I feel like this is more mood based than physically, having been sick or something, but feeling better, more hopeful, and in some way you've lifted a pressure off of you. So whether this is just um, understanding that things, having faith, I guess, that things will work out. I'm seeing the Seven of Pentacles. And so the Seven of Pentacles was a card. I was struggling with my son. We were going through some really rough times. This is when he was little. And I pulled the Seven of Pentacles. And I was like, okay, what does the Seven of Pentacles means? And Seven of Pentacles is all about things being a process and having patience. And if we plant a seed and we know it takes 4 months for that seed to turn into an ear of corn, for example, we can't get mad at the seed or frustrated or worried that at 2 weeks this seed hasn't turned into an ear of corn. And there are a lot of things in life that aren't as that are not as clear cut as that. Like relationships. How long do you give a relationship to see if it's going to work out or not? But when it came up with my child, I was like, it just lifted a load off me because I'm like, okay, children are not even supposed to be grown up till they're 18. And we all know children do not grow up at 18, and that their brain isn't even close to finishing developing until, 25 for their frontal lobe. So for expectations to be expecting them to act as if they're an adult when they're not, it was actually very freeing for me. I was like, okay, what are you stressing out about? He's just being a child. Like, calm down. And it wasn't like there was a lot of conflict between us, but I was very worried. Like, I was very worried about things. And it allowed me to really just let go of a lot of that worry and pressure that I was putting on myself, and just allowed him to grow up and know it's going to take time. So I don't know if that was a message for some of you, but I'm feeling like just getting that perspective and that shift in your brain can help alleviate some of the pressure you've been feeling. Do you see that some of you may unload something? And when I think of unloading something, like if you're trying to sell a house, or you're trying to sell something, it could also be sometimes like maybe a parent goes into assisted living, or a grandparent passes or something, and there's property, there's stuff, there's a house, and while you're attached to it, it's like, we can't afford this, we don't want this, it's like we got our own shit going on, and it's just like, oh, we got that's done, like we got that settled. So it's like something will be taken off your plate potentially in that way as well, if you have a situation like that. I see some of you starting to develop a new idea of something you want to create, or even a new lifestyle, moving or carving out time for certain things. But again, having to let things go in order to make space for, this new thing you want to do. Okay, let's see what we have for the cards. I didn't write it down. I have no idea what your cards were last time. Yeah, so the Ten of Wands right off is a card about being overburdened And oh, I love it with the Two of Wands next. It's such a perfect segue. I don't know what the right word is. I love this because it looks like Craig Nadoon in Outlander. Um, but she has all these rods and she's bent over. She's having trouble, and I always envision this card is the person just drops those sticks on the ground and looks at him and goes, well, shit, when you really start looking at him, well, shit, 4 of those right off the bat are not even my responsibilities. Why am I carrying them? Why have in my head I decided that I'm the only one that can do this, or I have to do this, or I feel guilty and do this? There's all sorts of reasons why we take on other people's responsibilities, right? It's not going to get done right if I don't do it. All sorts of different things. Um, but this may signal a time for you. And I'm just remembering we do have on April 27th the new moon in Scorpio, so deep feelings coming up, feelings you didn't realize were affecting the situation, could be bubbling up. This even looks a little bit like a volcano in some ways. But it's time to really examine what you're carrying. It could be resentment or trauma. And it's not like I'm in no way saying, oh, just let go of your trauma, but just recognizing it, that, oh, this is a traumatic response, can help bring some understanding. For example, maybe you'll go to a therapist, and that might really help to unburden you of some of these things that you're carrying. So I love going into the Two of Wands, because to me the Two of Wands for me are energy. They're passion, they're motivation, they're the engine, they're what makes us actually get up and take action. But we're human. We only have so much energy. That's why we have to sleep. We have to refuel. We have to rest. We have to, we can't just go all the time. And so the Two of Wands says, yeah, okay, you only have so much energy. What is worth carrying and being burdened with, and what isn't? Because if you're continuing to put time and energy into something that, one, maybe if it, trying to change another person is something I certainly have put energy into the past. Things that just are not in your realm of things you can change. But sometimes we just keep putting energy into things, and it's like running the AC or the heat with the windows open. It's just a waste of energy. Nothing comes back to you. So the Two of Wands to me is really like, okay, I want to look at where I'm putting my energy and be intelligent about it. Be I can't get the right word out. I'm sorry. But just be conscious of where it's going and the benefit it's bringing you, and really being careful and protective of it. There is a globe in this picture, so this could be thinking of traveling. She does look like she's, this is kind of kind of looks like quarantine, right? Stuck inside. Oh, I wish I could go out there again. There's even a van down here. I don't know if you can see it, like a travel van down in the corner with like going camping, getting out, doing some traveling. So maybe you're thinking of planning a trip. Or oh, let's see what the last card is. So the court cards in this deck, these are 3 different decks. The Spacious Tarot doesn't use King, Queen, Knight. It renamed the court cards, which I really like. And this is Explorer of Swords, which I think is really interesting, that we just were talking about travel and camping or getting out and But this would be the Knight. So the Knight of Swords, it reflects back to the way you're going to be able to unburden yourself, and is it needs a shift in perspective. So swords cards are all about your thoughts, and knights are lots and lots of energy. They're the most energy in that suit. So if you have lots of thoughts, um, knights represent change, movement. So it's a change in your thinking. And it's going to require that shift in perspective, kind of like when I was talking about the Seven of Pentacles, how it helped me shift my perspective and chill the fuck out, basically, and just allow just be mindful that, kids are supposed to make mistakes. They're adults in practice, and I don't know very many adults that are very good at it. So allowing them to find their way and being okay with it, and it's not the end of the world, and they will get it just like we got it, right? A shift in perspective. Okay, Capricorn, sorry again that your reading was late. I hope you have a wonderful rest of April. Take care.